Story 1. My best friend changed everything. Theme: my straight best friend wasn't so straight. I'd known Jake since we were 10. We played football, crashed parties, and shared every stupid secret except mine. I was gay. Quietly, carefully, deeply. And I had a massive crush on Jake since high school. But he was straight. Always had a new girlfriend. Always talked about bros before hoes. You know the type. I never dared say a word. Until the night everything changed. It was the end of summer, the night before he was moving to Chicago for work. We were drinking in my apartment, laughing over old memories. At one point, he looked at me, really looked, and asked, "Can I ask something weird?" I shrugged. "Always. Have you ever thought about me? Like that?" My stomach dropped. "Why do you ask?" He hesitated, his voice lower now. "Because I've been thinking about you." I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or kiss him. But I said nothing. I waited. Jake leaned closer. "I don't know what it means. I just know I don't want to leave without finding out." And then he kissed me. Hesitant. Warm. Honest. One thing led to another. Gentle touches, silent permission, clothes on the floor. I thought he'd stop. I thought he'd panic. Instead, he said, "Teach me." That night, we weren't best friends. We were something new, something honest, something real. In the morning, he didn't run. He made coffee shirtless and asked, "When can I see you again?" Story 2. He let me in, completely. Theme: he told me he wasn't into guys. Then he offered everything. Alex was my roommate in college. Straight. Gym rat. Loved cars, hated labels. We got along because we kept things chill. I never told him I was into guys. Didn't want to make things awkward. But there were moments when I'd catch him watching me change just a little too long. When he'd joke, "If I ever went gay, it'd be with someone cool like you." And I'd laugh while my heart pounded. One night, after a party, we came back buzzed. He dropped onto the couch, shirt off, sweaty, tipsy. "I broke up with Kira," he said. "Why?" I asked. "I don't know. She wanted more than I could give. I feel like I'm not who I thought I was." There was a silence, the air between us thick. Then he looked right at me. "Can I ask something? Really fucked up?" My mouth went dry. "Yeah." He leaned in. "If I wanted to try something with a guy, would you hate me for it?" My brain short-circuited. "No," I said. "Never." He swallowed hard. "I want you to take control. I don't want to think. I want to feel." "Are you sure?" I whispered. "I've never been more sure." What followed wasn't fast or rough. It was slow, like we were both learning something unspoken. He let me touch him, guide him, explore him. And when I asked if he wanted me to stop, he pulled me closer and whispered, "No, I want to know what it's like to be his." I entered him with care, watching every reaction, making sure he was okay. He gasped, gripped my arm, and said, "Don't stop." It was vulnerable, raw, unexpected. And when it was over, he kissed me. Forehead, lips, chest, and said, "I think I've been waiting for that my whole life." The next day, he didn't pretend it didn't happen. He woke me up, handed me coffee, and said, "Let's figure this out." Story 3. Training partner. Setting: gym/personal training/slow burn attraction. I first met Roman when I switched gyms last spring. He was the guy everyone noticed, tall, built, tattooed arms, perfect form on every rep. But what struck me wasn't his muscles. It was how focused he was. Quiet, serious, zero ego. I kept my distance. I wasn't trying to make gym friends. But one day, the leg press machine jammed on me, and Roman was the one who stepped in. "You okay?" he asked. I nodded, embarrassed. "Need a spot." That's how it started. A week later, we were training together twice a week. Then 4 times. He'd text me things like, "Chest day at 6?" or "You're stronger than you think." We started talking. About food, injuries, exes. He mentioned a girl he dated 2 years ago. Said it didn't end well. When I mentioned a guy I was seeing, he didn't even blink. "Did he train?" he asked, smirking. One night, after a killer leg session, we hit the sauna. It was just us. Steam everywhere. Towels low on our hips. Caught him looking. Once. Twice. What? I asked. He didn't answer. Then finally, you ever think about something but you don't know if you're allowed to? My heart skipped. What kind of something? He leaned back, eyes half-lidded, like wondering what it'd feel like to let someone take over, to give in. The air between us thickened. I didn't touch him that night, but I knew. We both did. A week later, he invited me to his apartment. We didn't train. We talked, sat close. Then he whispered, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want you to do it. He gave me everything, slowly, nervously, but without resistance. And when I moved inside him, he didn't flinch. He groaned my name like it belonged to him. After, we lay tangled on the floor, his chest rising under my hand. You okay? I asked. He smiled. I don't want it to be a one-time thing. It wasn't. He became mine inside and out and never looked back. Story 4. Under Fire. Setting. Military/combat zone/enemies to lovers energy/intensity and brotherhood. We were stationed in the same unit, same tent, same goddamn sand-covered hell. Corporal Jace Riley was the kind of soldier you didn't question. Sharp eyes, silent strength, never joked, never cracked, and never looked twice at anyone, especially not me. I was more relaxed, kept my sexuality quiet, but didn't pretend. Most guys either respected it or ignored it. Jace? He ignored me, completely, until the ambush. We were on patrol when it happened, sudden, fast. Explosions, dust, chaos. I took cover behind a rock, bullets flying over my head. I thought I was done. But Jace pulled me down, covered me with his own body. After we made it back to base, bruised and shaking, something changed. He stayed close. Eyes lingered. He lit my smokes without asking. Sat beside me at chow. Watched me train. You good? I asked one night after everyone else had passed out. He nodded. Then said, I thought I was gonna lose you out there. I thought I was done too. He stared at the ground. Then, barely audible, I was more scared than I should have been. For someone who's just another soldier. I stepped closer. What are you saying? He didn't answer. Just stood. Walked into the dark edge of the tent. Paused. I followed. There, in the shadows, he kissed me. Rough, desperate, unsure. I've never done this, he muttered. Then let me show you. I took my time, stripped him slowly, kissed every scar. When he lay beneath me, breath caught in his throat, he whispered, I need to feel it, all of it, please. He didn't ask for control. He didn't want to top. He wanted surrender. I slid inside him carefully, watching his face twist with something between fear and release. His hands gripped my waist. His voice cracked, Don't stop. I didn't know I needed this. We moved in sync. No noise but the flap of canvas and breathless groans. After, we didn't speak. He just held my hand under the blanket, where no one could see. The next morning, he nodded once across the yard. A silent promise. In war, nothing lasts. But in that moment, we were each other's shelter.